we over yesterday and today we've heard a lot about the creator economy, and really in many ways the creator economy was spawned out of YouTube. If you go back to, say, I came to YouTube 15 years back. I came from the broadcast television industry, and I heard Simon yesterday, I don't know if he's in the room, talk about the time when he invented Idol. And in many ways, the 12 participants who sung in the Idol show were really the beginnings of the creator economy. But today, what YouTube really does is to take beyond these 12 people. In every country, there are probably 2 or 3 big production houses who fundamentally dictate what everyone watches through TV networks. But to take the sphere of influence beyond those 2-3 dozen production houses to millions and millions of creators is really what we do. Himanshu talked a little while back about 12 million people who create, and that's actually the bedrock of what the creator economy is. So today, if you think of it, 2.5 billion people reached, $70 billion of money paid to creators globally in the last 3 years, and 73% of our users are Gen Z users. So it's just an extraordinarily fertile sort of a playground that YouTube really allows for people to really drive behavior across a multiple layers of content verticals. But from a very short form video, YouTube has actually gone on to become an extraordinarily rich place for long form, mid form, and short form content. Just in the last 2 years, we have 70 billion views for our short form surface alone. And that's on top of the extraordinary velocity that we have in long form. So if you think of it, when a storyteller comes into the market, they have multiple formats that they're looking to tell their stories in. And YouTube's primary goal is to allow for creators to thrive on any format that they wish to play with, right? And so when you think of it, the amount of velocity we have across long form, mid form, short form, live, and audio is really an amazing, amazing opportunity for a creator when they come to the platform.
You've launched YouTube Shop now. I think Indonesia is the first market. Others are coming in. I think you've done something in Korea and doing something in India. Tell us about what that is, how that's working, and what does that mean for a consumer of YouTube content?
If you think of it, Google and a lot of our digital platforms have a long history with the e-commerce ecosystem. So Southeast Asia today is about $125 billion of e-commerce as a marketplace. India is about $65 billion as an e-com marketplace. Korea is about $180 billion of an e-com marketplace. So these are all very large e-com ecosystems. Over the last 10 years, platforms like Google have been very deeply involved with all the big players in this ecosystem through our ads business. So all of them work very deeply with us, work to plan out their advertising sort of seasons to then drive purchase behavior on their e-com marketplaces. This has actually allowed for us to have a very good understanding of how people use text, video, and image content to then drive to a purchase behavior. And ads was the primary bridge to doing that. What we have over time then realized is that the organic flow from a consumer coming to consume content on a platform like YouTube to making a decision about something that he or she wants to potentially buy is incredibly fertile. Connected TV is an extraordinary story. So this, again, I would say Southeast Asia is sort of at the tip of the sphere on this behavior. There's one market in this region which actually has connected TV behavior that is probably better or equal to the United States. Over 50% of all consumption today in Vietnam happens on a connected TV. So you have a very young user base. We have an extraordinarily fertile content ecosystem and a fantastic sort of fixed broadband ecosystem that's playing out there. And Vietnam is in a league that's sort of ahead of most other markets. But even if you look at places like Indonesia and Thailand, it's almost doubling year over year the amount of consumption on connected TV. So it's a significant part of how growth is coming. The TV is our fastest growing surface on YouTube, period. Now, the reason this is happening is that the fixed TV at home, which a lot of us, maybe even 7, 8 years back, thought was losing relevance, is actually beginning to come back in a very meaningful way. And that's actually happening because content, which was primarily premium proprietary content that was being consumed on connected TVs, is now seeing usage that spans way beyond premium proprietary content, and popular content, creator-driven content, is beginning to win enormously.
What are you looking forward, and what do you think the audience should be looking forward most to YouTube in 25, apart from shopping? What else is coming down the pipe, or what is going to change the fabric of consumption, you think, most?
The shopping piece is one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is how influencers are able to bring brands and brand experiences straight into the arc of purchase. And many CMOs, many who are sitting in this room, are recognizing that instead of doing one film in summer and one film in winter, and then running your entire marketing tethered to that, you can actually work with 300, 400, 500 creators and get an avalanche of content that is inspiring consumer behavior. And that is what influencer marketing is all about. And influencer marketing is the other side of the coin to what shopping does. And if you're a brand marketer, you want people to get interested in your ad, be interested in your product, and be aware of what your promise is.
Understood.
And a lot of that is what influencers do. Some of that go on to convert to making a purchase. And so creators influencing a high level of interest in a product or service, leading to a subset of them driving purchase, is, I think, a moment that I feel this part of the world, Southeast Asia and a lot of Asia, is going to change the way marketing is done in a day-to-day manner. We are reliving that moment in an extraordinary fashion at this time. And I think that's, to me, a very exciting thing, and the next 10 years is really going to be a lot of that.